Hey everybody, in the last two videos, I've introduced and expanded on what's called this Shamir secret sharing backup system that you may be familiar with if you have a Trezor device. In my last video, I introduced some really neat tools created by a developer named Ian Coleman, available at iancoleman.io. And using those tools, you can level up your Shamir backup system to the next level. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to level up your Shamir backup system to the top level using Python code scripts that I created with a little help from ChatGPT, but don't tell anyone. And there are exactly 5 of them that we're going to go through today. These scripts will allow you to create a Shamir sharing scheme using your BIP39 seed phrase as the secret. In other words, you can break up your seed phrase into Shamir shares and scatter them around the world to increase the level of security of your backup system. In addition, I'm going to show you some scripts that you can use to create a passphrase, a really strong one, and Shamir shares that you can use to spread the security of your passphrase all over the world and level up the security of your entire Bitcoin and crypto backup system. That sounds good to you? Let's dive in. Now, I mentioned that these scripts that I'm going to show you are a Python coded script. It sounds really intimidating at first, but it's actually not too bad. I am not a coder. I am the farthest thing in the world from a coder, and yet I was able to create these scripts myself with a little help. But if you want to fiddle around with these scripts, you have to have Python running in the background on your system. And you simply go here to python.org, find the appropriate file for your computing platform, Mac, PC, Linux, whatever, and download and install Python. There's videos all over YouTube about how to install Python, but generally it's really easy. When you run these scripts, if you run these scripts on your computer, you do so in the terminal, either the Windows terminal, Mac terminal, of course, the Linux terminal. If you come up with some error codes, it's probably because you don't have certain libraries or packages installed. You just Google on how to install packages. It's really easy. PIP is the install code, and you install packages that are needed to run these specific scripts. They'll tell you which ones are needed to do so. Okay, with that housekeeping out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the first script. All right, here we are in the Shamir folder on my Mac right here, and we have the scripts right here. This is a special word list I'll get to right down here, but we're going to go in this direction, and we're going to start with this first script right here, called the BIP seed split script. And what you do is you go to the terminal right here and you change the directory to the directory that you have these scripts in. And these scripts are simply just text files without the txt suffix on them, but with a py suffix. And that's it, really. It's just a text file with some words in it. And you change the directory to the folder that you have these scripts in by doing cd and then dragging one of those scripts right into the terminal, and that'll take you to the folder. And you can verify that by typing ls, which means list, and it'll show you the appropriate files or documents that are in that folder, in which case this is correct. Okay, the first one we want to run is the BIP seed split. So to do that, you just simply type python3 and then the name of the file. I'm lazy, so what I'm going to do is just simply copy the name and paste it down here, verify that's correct, and press enter. All right, now I did these myself, so they're a little wonky at times, but they work. So it says, welcome to the Sovereign Money BIP39 to SLIP39 converter, and enter your BIP39 seed phrase. I happen to have one in the clipboard, so I'm going to paste that in there. And right away, there's a number underneath. It says original entropy. This is the entropy number used to create this seed phrase. This number, when entered into any Bitcoin seed phrase generator, will create this exact seed phrase, not something similar, that one itself. Now, after that goes through that process, it says enter the number of shares. This is the threshold number. That is, how many shares are you going to need to bring together to reveal this secret? Well, the secret is the passphrase. And I'm going to say 2. You can say whatever you want. You can do it 2 of 3, 3 of 5, 2 of 7, 5 of 7, whatever you want to do. 2, and then the total number of shares I'm going to create are 3. So this is a 2 of 3 sharing group. Generated slip 39 shares. Share 1, share 2, share 3. There really should be some spaces in there. And the number of words in each share is 20. The verification process was successful. So what the Python script does is it goes back after it generates these shares and picks 2 of them, brings them together, and verifies that this is what is recreated for you. So that's really neat. Both the derived entropy and the original seed phrase were recreated and are correct. The process is completed successfully without any issues. Would you like to export it to a text file? Yes, I would. And we're going to call it seed. Okay, let's go back in that Shamir directory and see if the seed file or document, seed.txt file, is in that folder. All right, here we are in the Shamir folder, and there it is. I'm going to open that up, bring it down, and see what's in here. Entropy number and share 1, share 2, share 3. Bingo. So the seed phrase is now split into 3 pieces, which you can distribute geographically. It adds redundancy. If you lose one of these, you still have these to restore that seed phrase. It's sort of like having a multi-sig and a single sig all at once. Awesome. All right, I'm going to close this, and I'm going to delete that little file. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. BIP seed restorer. So this is the next script that I've written. It's a seed restoration script. That is, if you have Shamir shares, you need to be able to restore a seed phrase from them. So let's go ahead and run this script and see what we come up with. All right, so I'm going to list them again and run that same command, Python 3, and I'm going to copy and paste the name. There we go. Welcome to the Sovereign Money Slip 39 BIP 39 recovery tool. Enter the number of shares required to reveal the secret. Remember, I set it at 2 of 3, so 2. Enter your slip 39 shares one at a time. So I'm going to copy this one from up above and paste it down below. And then I'm going to copy the third one and paste it down below. Warning, you are about to reveal sensitive information. Please ensure you are in a secure environment before proceeding. Yes, this is super secure. No one can see this. And the entropy is revealed along with the seed phrase. And let's just verify that that is the one that was the original one. Rule indicate cabin gossip. And it is right here. Rule indicate cabin gossip. So the seed phrase splitter works and creates 3 or however many shares you wish. And then the seed phrase restorer works and recreates the seed phrase that was used to create those shares. And yes, I want to see what that text file looks like. And let's call it restoration. Okay, let's go to the file and see if we can find that text file. All right, here we are. There is the restoration.txt. I'm going to open that up. And we have the reconstructed entropy and the recovered seed phrase. Bingo. Please don't use seed phrase for anything. You will lose everything, because I'll take it actually. All right, so we can close this and we can get rid of that. That's 2 down. We now know how to split our seed phrase and create shares, and then we know how to restore them if we need to restore the seed phrase. Super easy. The next one is a passphrase splitter. You should use a passphrase on all of your BIP 39 wallets where the hardware or hot wallet, software wallet, accepts a passphrase. Not all of them do, but most do. And if they do, please use a passphrase. It just ratchets up your security level really significantly. If your seed phrase gets compromised, your passphrase is still intact. They cannot get to your Bitcoin and crypto. All right, let's go ahead and look at this third script and see what that's all about. I'm going to clear and list. And this is the script that we want to run right here. So we're going to do the same command, Python 3, and this is too long to type, so I'm going to copy it and paste it. See what happens. Good. Welcome to Sovereign Money Passphrase Splitter. Enter your secret phrase. So this is where you would enter a passphrase that you want to use to keep secure. You can put your anything in here. You could put a encryption key. You could put any important, relatively short piece of text. I'm going to go grab a passphrase from a site that I like to use right here at useapassphrase.com, and you can use 4, 5, or 12 words, or you can type something in there and it will tell you how secure it is. Let's try that actually. Okay, this passphrase will take 57 centuries to crack. I can't read that number. Anyway, or you can generate a new passphrase and let it come up with one for you. And let's just sort of roll some dice here, and there. That's a good one. I'm going to copy that, go back to our screen, and paste that passphrase in here, press enter, and it's going to ask how many shares I want to create again. Again, this group is either going to be 2 of 2, 3 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 5, whatever you want. I'm going to do 2 of 3 for consistency, and here are the shares. Now, you'll notice these shares are made up of way more than 20 words. It's because this is a long string for the algorithm to sort of encrypt into a share. And they can get really long depending on how long this phrase is. But it doesn't mean anything. It's just you have to take care of this phrase. And it might be difficult to use sort of a traditional Shamir storage system because they only use 20 or 33 words for your BIP 39 seed phrase. So I don't know how many words this is, but it might be a little challenging to store these in anything other than sort of a digital capacity. You can do it physically on paper or on steel, but you have to find a steel that can accommodate that many words. All right, and the reconstruction is tested and it was completed successfully. The Python script takes the requisite number of these shares, puts them together to see if it comes up with this, and it does. Would you like to export the passphrase and generated shares to a text file? Yes. And I'm going to call it text. And that's it. Let's go ahead and see that file. Okay, here we are back in our folder. Here's the text file, text.txt, passphrase. There it is. And the associated shares. We are on fire. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that. That was the third one. And the fourth one is a really neat one. This one will generate a 5-word passphrase for you using what's called the EFF word list. Now, this EFF organization is all about privacy and basically erasing your identity from all public aspects, or they have a list of security cameras, and it's just about privacy. But basically, this list is used to create a lot of different passphrases all over the internet. In fact, that passphrase generator I showed you uses this list. And the list is right here. Each word on this list represents a 5 roll of a dice or a die. So you roll at one die 5 times, and the numbers you come up with, if you record them, will represent one of these words. So if you roll a die 5 times and you got 1, 1, 1, 4, 2, you would write down absolute, etc., etc. And of course, it goes all the way to 66666 or Zoom EFF. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be just Zoom. Let me get rid of that EFF. There we go. That is the EFF word list that this script is going to use to generate a passphrase for you and a group of shares as well. So it's pretty thorough. Let's go ahead and run that. Back here in the terminal, I'm going to clear this out again, and then I'm going to list, and we're going to execute that same command and copy this and paste it down here. Welcome to the Sovereign Money Passphrase Generator. Enter the path to the EFF word list. All right, that was EFF _ word list.txt. Enter the threshold number of shares. I'm going to do 3 and 5. 3 of 5. Wow, that's a lot of shares and a lot of words. There they are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the passphrase that it generated using that list randomly selecting words is right here. So would you like to export the passphrase and Shamir shares to a text file? Sure. And we're going to call it PP for passphrase. And let's go ahead and see what that looks like. And there it is. pp.txt. There is the passphrase and the shares associated with it. Excellent. Let's get rid of that. Now, that is a neat one. So the system or the Python script generates a passphrase for you and the shares all in the same one fell swoop. The last one we have is the passphrase restoration script. Let's go ahead and look at that. And again, I'm going to clear this out and list, and then Python 3. Welcome to the Sovereign Money Secret Sharing Restorer. Enter the number of shares you wish to enter. I'm going to say 3 because we want to recover that last secret. Please enter the shares one by one. I'm going to get them from up here. Let's do 3, share 3. We're going to do share 1, and we're going to do share 4. Doesn't matter what order you put them in at all. There we go. Zebra repacking undocked predict underarm. And that is indeed the secret that we revealed with these 3 shares. It appears to be a 5-word passphrase, possibly generated from the word list. Would you like to export the secret to a text file? Sure. And we're going to call it secret. And let's go ahead and look at that file. Here it is, secret. I'm going to open that up. And not much in there. That is the secret that we did reveal with those Shamir shares. Okay, let's just go ahead and open up one of these files here. I'll show you what's inside. This is the guts in here, and this is just the raw Python code. I'm going to put this code on a special site and put a link to it in the description down below so that you can download and run this on your own computer. That is the best way to maintain super secure system, is to run things on your own computer. Even offline is a better situation. So look for that down below if you want the code to run these on your own. In conclusion, today's video, we discussed a bunch of Python scripts, 5 to be exact, that give you the ability to leverage the Shamir secret sharing system in addition to the BIP39 backup system that you already use to leverage your security up to the 11th degree. There is nothing more important than maintaining good security of your BIP39 seed phrase, and I believe these Python scripts give you the tools that you can use to maximize the security of your backup system. If you guys found this helpful, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and smash that like button while you're down there. Leave a comment down below about what kind of backup system you're using, but please don't use your real name as your username on YouTube. That's just kind of silly, especially if you're talking about crypto. Don't do that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.